Hello, I'm Philip Duncan. Thanks for joining us across New Zealand and Australia for our special Easter weekend forecast. And it's looking pretty settled, although there are a few showers for both nations. So let's get into it. Here is the air pressure map. High pressure in the bright whites and yellows, low pressure in the darker purples and down here. So pretty normal sort of weather map for the very end of March going into April, where there's a lot of low pressure down in the Southern Ocean, but still a fair bit of high pressure coming out of the Indian Ocean over southern Australia and in towards the New Zealand area. In the New Zealand area at the moment, we've had the humidity that's coming out of the subtropical flow. The low out here, high on that side. We're squashed in the middle with the two airflows mixing up. Now, this is the reason why not everyone's getting the downpours you think are on the way. People need to really understand the hit and miss nature of a setup like this. It's this narrow area right there where the downpours usually are, and that's slowly tracking across the North Island today. So some people will get downpours, others won't. That's the nature of it. But by the end of this week, we're hopeful that most places would have had some kind of rain in the north. The eastern areas, though, not looking quite so wet. And over in Aussie, mostly dry for now, but these showers are on the way. So this is Thursday's setup. You can see that high, it's right over the southern part of Aussie. Few showers up here with the southeasterly flow. In New Zealand, there's also a southeasterly flow. It's coming into the lower North Island, Wellington up to about Gisborne with some rain or showers. And that low we just saw moves into the north and falls apart. And as it all moves through on Thursday, that's when we get the cooler southerly change coming in, this one out here in the Tasman Sea. So Good Friday sees a cold front moving into the South Island. About lunchtime it moves further in towards Otago and South Canterbury, and in the north a couple of showers clearing away to the north. This is all a southerly flow, so Good Friday's a little windy in some areas, and the showers, they're mostly isolated and north of Brisbane as we go through Good Friday. Into Saturday, mostly dry again. The showers are north of Brisbane for the most part, bit of cloud though in Brisbane itself with one or two showers. The high quite quickly moving eastwards. So on Saturday it moves out to the Tasman. The North Island's got that southerly flow finally sort of easing, and many places are getting sunny spells, although a couple of showers in the northwest corner and the northeast corner of both islands. Okay, Easter Sunday, and it's pretty settled around the upper North Island with that big block of high pressure right over the top of Auckland now. Further down though, you're going into this big pool of low pressure, so we've got the usual squash zone, the usual windy westerlies. There'll be gale force potentially through the Southern Alps and Cook Strait areas, so just be aware of that if you're wanting to get out onto the water. And we've got all this rain moving back down on the eastern or northeastern side of Australia. There's another low out here near Perth. That's not looking too worrisome, but this one could push up the rainfall totals once again in eastern areas. And you see on Easter Monday, those downpours are still there. Unlike last week though, they're not really penetrating very much inland, very much a coastal event with most of that rain out at sea. On Monday, a windy westerly day around New Zealand, fairly typical for early April, and we've got rain or showers around the South Island. And our final map is for Tuesday next week. You can see the next high coming in, but that low also deepening and getting a bit better organised, and if it goes fast enough, it could come into New Zealand before the high stops it. So we'll be keeping an eye on that. You'll find that the forecasts we've got at WeatherWatch are already crunching the numbers on what is likely to happen in New Zealand next week with the leftovers of that. And because it is Easter weekend, I'm away and so is the rest of the team behind the scenes. This is our final weather video of the week, but come back again on Thursday before the long weekend because it's April 1st and no April 1st joke, but we've got our ClimateWatch update. So we'll be taking a look at the general weather patterns really going into the next 3 or 4 weeks of April. That is out on Thursday. Our next weather video update is next Tuesday. Have a great long weekend. Happy Easter. We'll see you then.